are live. Hello. How is everybody? Let me make sure I'm going to be all right with my internet by clearing out some tabs. Let's just do that. That's probably a good idea. All right. Anyway, now that that's done, I hope everybody is having a great day. I have Bonnie here with me. Let me just kind of adjust this a little bit.
Good morning, everybody.
Today, Bonnie. I hear you're having a much better day.
Yes. Ready. Started being productive, ready to keep working on my story and catch up a little bit from a day off yesterday.
Awesome. I need to catch up because I've had how many days off of working? Really since last Thursday, because I was getting ready for my con. By the way, I had a great time. That was so much fun. It was so great to catch up with some people I hadn't seen in 2 years. Well, that would have been October of 2019, actually.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, so it was really awesome. And do you want to see the shirt yet?
Yes.
Okay, I'm wearing a very special shirt that I won in a raffle at the end. Although this year it was everybody wins everything kind of a thing, and they went through all the numbers like 3 times. So I was able to bring my son home some stuff. Anyway, let's see.
Great.
You're gonna laugh. I know you're gonna laugh. And so another person, if they show up, and they being the operative word, if Charlie sees it, Charlie will have a cow standing up.
Oh no. It reminds me of the boiler.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's funny. He'll like that. Yeah.
I said,
my God.
I said, yes, I want this shirt because
they will love it.
I had a cow. That was so funny. Oh, hello. Hi, Christian. This is Christian Basil, and this is his YouTube channel. And forgive me if I'm not getting this right. Podcast 2. Show is called The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, which is all about Doctor Who. If you've ever seen that, I don't remember. But Christian, thank you for coming. And I'm sorry you couldn't moo. What is moo about? I'm sorry you couldn't come to Necro. I was supposed to be on a panel with this gentleman. You're trying to get my attention? Oh, thanks for the plug. No, I like that. No problem. I'm sorry I didn't see you. But Perry Bruns and not Bruns, Brun, if I'm pronouncing that right, it was just he and I, because Pip and T didn't show up either. They had the problem with the Zoom, I think. They were going to. This was a panel that we were going to be on at Necronomicon Tampa. So it was just me and this other gentleman, and it was talking about non-traditional forms of publishing like YouTube and podcasting and all kinds of stuff. And so it was interesting, So, but it was just me and this other guy, and he's also a voice actor, and he does podcasts and radio shows. Really nice guy. But thank you for coming, Christian. Let me know if you ever want to be a guest. I know we talked about it. But, so I think we're going to have some productivity sprints in just a little bit. We didn't really go into an intro, though, did we?
And we are missing you, Charlie, today.
We're missing Charlie Dorset.
I need to get my brain.
Again, you would really like Charlie, Christian, because Charlie is quite the big Doctor Who fan. So they are very. Oh, okay, I get it. I understand. I can understand that. Okay.
They put out Charlie. They put out quite a few great book covers too on Instagram and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Also, maybe playing with that some more. Maybe I wonder if Charlie might do that for others.
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, you'll have to
Because
ask.
that's not really my forte. Although I'm a very visual person. Excuse me. But I don't know. I did create one in Canva, but it was really simple, just to have something on my wall.
Nice.
Really,
Did
really
you
simple.
think of your story or?
Yeah, it's my book length. Yeah. So just to kind of, it's there. I can see it. It's right in my face. It's like, it's there. You said you wanted to finish this by the end of the year. Well, it might not be. It might be later than that. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I'd like to finish it by December. So, and that's why that's why it's there.
They keep reminding you.
Staring at me. It's exactly. So, but anyway, so next we can, if you want to just go right into it, Bonnie, we can go ahead and do our sprinting. But
Sure.
if you wanted to say first, or we can do sprint first.
Oh, my name's Bonnie. I have a channel, Bonnie Being Bonnie, and I do brunch writing sprints Tuesday through Friday at 11.
Awesome. And Christian, I do. Let's see. My name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I have weekly sprints. I have done twice weekly sprints in the past. At one point during the thing that happened last year, I had to do it in the evenings, and so I had it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm considering going back to doing that, having it on Tuesdays too. I might start doing that just to make myself be as productive as possible.
Sounds good.
So yeah, so there's that. Um,
Especially going into Nano too.
Yeah, that too.
More
that
writing.
Too, I do want to
get in a lot more.
Get as much done as I can during Nano and the month that starts tomorrow. Preptober. I was telling people all about that during that, and I give a shout out to AuthorTube and the productivity sprints. Speaking of which, let's add this to the stream.
Let me know.
Oh, I love the ray underwater. Very cool. We can do that anytime you want.
I'll do the countdown then. Just stretch your fingers. If you haven't got your documents out while we're chattering away, do that now. Water, coffee, whatever you want. Let's try to work on these projects and stay motivated the best we can. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Hello, everyone. How'd you do?
All right, got a little distracted there. Yes, how did I had to field a phone call from my hubby, and I was working on my book length work. Let me get rid of that glare. Um, so yeah, I was um, making a few last editing things in the what I am submitting to my critique partners. Um, and also I was trying to make a decision on how many chapters I'm going to include in that. Um, if I just want to submit the first 15, or I have a good few more chapters that I can submit to them. So trying to make a decision on that. So that's pretty much what I did. How did you do, Bonnie?
Doing pretty good. Still trucking through the story. I heated up this aromatherapy heating pad because it's kind of dreary day today, and
Ah,
I'm getting old. My body aches sometimes, so it's
so
very
fine.
comforting. Yep. So I'm just moving right along.
Awesome. So that's pretty much that's what's going on. Um, yeah, hubby called. So he was at lunch, as is our usual. Uh, so yeah, I think I'm getting kind of excited about the possibility of finishing this thing.
Very
In
nice.
December, I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes. That would be nice if I could finish in December. If I could have a release date of either March or May, that would be awesome. Because having to do with the plot, basically, without giving anything away.
Is that so? That's the timing to get it edited, revised,
It would be nice.
formatted, book covers,
Right.
everything done, beta readers, alpha readers, since that's getting a lot in a few months.
You're right. I
You can do
know.
it.
I don't have to.
You can do it. You can do it.
I
I'm sure
would,
you can.
you know, just trying to figure everything out.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot
So
of work. Yeah.
yeah, it really does. So I think probably what I'm going to be doing is self-publishing. Just do the ebook thing first, and gradually do all the things. So
I'm sure that helps that you're an editor, so you get things. Hopefully, you won't have to make as much adjustment.
I will have to have somebody look at it because that's me.
Yeah.
I will have somebody look at it, but um, hopefully there isn't that much. Yeah, I've been trying to make it as clean as possible before even taking it to show anybody.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just my thing, my deal. Um, because I not only am I a writer, I'm also an editor. So specifically copy editor and proofreader. So I'm a detail oriented person, that's for sure. So yeah.
That's a good quality to have. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I used, a long time ago, I used to wish that more people were like that, but
It takes all
what are you
kinds.
gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Everybody's different, right?
That's for sure.
So, but anyway, let's see. It is 12:42. How is it 12:42 already? We can get set up with another sprint pretty soon.
Sorry, did you what amount of time would you like?
Um, would you like a 25-minute sprint, Bonnie?
Sure.
How are you feeling?
That sounds good.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
good.
One thing also I was doing, I was checking and unchecking compile boxes in my Scrivener document,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can figure out how to do that, because I think it would take less time than copying and pasting and copying and pasting. I don't know. It's only a couple more chapters, really. So
Do what works for you. That's what I say.
that's a good point.
So
That is a
you wanna
very
do
good
the
point.
countdown this time?
I can do that. Hey, you know what, everybody? Remember to save your work. It's something I'm working on myself, and so don't worry if whatever if things happen, because you know. But I'm trying to take a lot of Charlie's advice to heart. Just make backups of backups, and that's what I've been trying to do lately, and emailing myself and all that stuff, and because things happen. See my shirt and and Charlie's streams. So anyway, if you need to take a sip of water, by the way, and do it all those other things you need to do, that's productivity too for writers. So and other creative types. Hey, you know what? We can get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's break. All right. How did everybody do? What did everybody do?
Got a few more lines in. I wasn't as productive that stream.
Oh,
or that sprint.
Okay. No worries. Sometimes we just have to do a little bit less in order to just sort of rest our brains and reset ourselves, right?
Eat a little snack, and
mm-hmm.
I did flip over to peek at Jace Maxwell's channel for Vampire Masquerade today. So
okay.
I popped in there for a little bit, but I've been working for a few hours already today, so I'm feeling pretty good.
That's a very good point. So what I decided to do was to take a chapter. Instead of, I started to use the one from Scrivener, but then I thought, let me take a look at this other Word document where I know I have a copy of this chapter. And so I used that instead because it was actually a more current version. Mm-hmm. So I popped that in there, and I've been editing that a little bit down. I made a few changes that I know it needed. So yeah. I'm just kind of making it a little bit better. Because I had remembered taking a version of that to my local critique group that I run here in my little town of Oldsmar.
You're so busy. I don't know how you fit it all in.
What was that?
I don't know how you fit everything in. You're so busy all the time.
Oh, I have no idea. Don't ask. I don't know. Somebody said something similar over the weekend because, talking about all this stuff in the panels. And it's like, I don't know. I have no idea how I do all of this. Hello, Dharma. Thanks for joining us. I will be going until 2:00. Formatting a paperback in InDesign. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you for coming. Your name looked a bit familiar. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on. And yeah, it's true. I do have lots of things going on, but I think that that's just me. I like being busy, I guess. And I love this, Bonnie. Thank you for
Are you ready? Just prepping it for you.
Click on it anyway. And we can maybe do it at 1:15 in 2 minutes. That might be an idea.
Yeah, you have the control to remove or add. So.
Mm-hmm. But thank you very much for sharing the timers. Sure. Otherwise, it would have been very boring timers. Excuse me.
Save you a little work. Save you a little work.
Thank you for that. Thank you. It's appreciated.
Yep. I see Dharma. Dharma says there's nothing wrong with being busy. A lot of us are juggling multiple projects. Yes. I so get that. Children and everything.
I was just going to say, especially if you have kids, juggling kids and sometimes a job and other creative pursuits, that's a thing. A lot of people do that.
I juggle a lot of other people's things in my house, so making sure I have time to sit down and write is a priority I'm trying to stick with without getting consumed with everybody else's stuff. But tell you what, the season changes, making my brain go crazy. Like I can't think straight. And I think it's the season, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing it. I'm just kidding. Oh, sorry. No. Jokes for myself, right?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, pardon me.
Feeling pretty
Oh,
good. It's still working
remedy.
after 11, so.
Yeah. Okay. It is quarter after the hour now. Bonnie, do you want to count us down?
Sure. Let me just get on the right page. Stretch your fingers. I think I'm going to get up and do a little stretch. Make sure you're drinking water. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Drink water.
Yeah,
And half the battle is
finger.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it right here so I drink the rest of this. So
I think that half the battle for me being productive is making sure that my document is open and actually, whether I think I'm ready or not, to get my fingers on the keyboard and try to write. And then I notice even if I'm not in the mood, just trying sometimes will put me in the mood. So even if you feel like you don't have the energy, maybe push a little harder. Try to write something today. And if you're on a roll, you're on a roll, which is great.
that's right.
Flow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Sprint. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I think that I am done with this chapter too. So that's 16. Um, Ready to go as well. So that makes me very happy. So, um, and I was looking up the next chapter, the current version of the next chapter. So,
I'm going through some notes on character's arc. So making sure I'm hitting in my head and my story as I'm going, make sure I'm hitting the points on the character arc that I want to hit. So I have some like little checklists that I go through. So
awesome.
I'm just reviewing a little bit before I keep writing on because tomorrow I'm going to start chapter 12, the old juxtaposition.
Okay.
And so I just want to make sure my character is going in the correct direction because I haven't put in every detail of everything that happens, even in my outline, because I like to do a little discovery writing as I go. Even if I have the basis of the story, I do a lot of, I write as I go, but I have concepts in my head of the direction. But sometimes I get off track, so I'm just trying to maintain focus to stay on track for character arc.
I can relate to that for sure. So yeah.
Looks like Dharma's doing
I was
something.
going to say earlier, but oh well. Dharma is 2/3 of the way through applying master pages so that chapter names appear at the tops of the pages. Okay, okay. I'm getting flashbacks because I learned InDesign, a little bit of InDesign in 2007 as part of my associates. So I had to take a desktop publishing class. So yeah, we used the whole Creative Suite. We used InDesign and a little bit of Adobe, and I mean, yeah, of course Adobe, but I just meant a little bit of everything within the Creative Suite. So that's what I meant to say. So yeah, um, I thought of something I was going to say during the stream and forgot to write it down. Apparently, it is out of my head what I wanted to mention. But
I keep seeing your comment that says, "Too bad there were no real flying sharks, eh?" And all I can keep thinking of is
sorry.
all I can think of is that movie Sharknado.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. There is actually I was referencing a really great story that it's a Doctor Who episode. It's a Christmas episode. Um it's and the whole flying shark thing, just go with it and just try to ignore that part. It's such a sweet story, very well done, very well acted. Who played the Scrooge like character? It's a Scrooge like character. Oh, the guy that played Dumbledore. That guy. I can't think of his name right now.
I can't either.
The later one, Michael Gambon. Michael Gambon. Am I saying that right? That sounds right. That guy. He did a wonderful job. Great acting. Oh my gosh! And it's like I'm like cry. It'll make you cry. Let me tell you, it was done very well.
I could go
and
for
funny too. That's the thing about Doctor Who during the era from a few years back. The previous Doctor, they'll all just make you cry. If you want a good cry, go watch the 11th Doctor episodes. So.
What's it called?
The 11th Doctor. His name, the actor's name is Matt Smith. Very cute guy. He's got this classic look about him, so that he keeps getting casted in period dramas and things. Oh yeah, he was in The Crown. That's right. Playing the younger version of in the first season. played Queen Elizabeth's husband. He's a very, very good actor.
I was just looking up that.
Oh yeah, the Christmas episodes were always so good. Just trust me on this, Bonnie. Just Google Christmas episode Doctor Who, and you'll find some really good acting, and just they're a lot of times funny and bittersweet, and they're really cool.
I'm gonna check that out this evening. I have a few things to do this evening too.
Matt Smith, he's a really, really good actor, and they gave him a lot of really good lines to say. And when there was actually, you know who wrote a couple of episodes with him was Michael, Gaiman. What's his first name? That wrote several.
Neil Gaiman, maybe.
Neil Gaiman, thank you. Neil Gaiman wrote a couple of episodes back when he was on, and they were very, 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 very good. And something. Anyway, Charlie's here. Hey. How are you? We're talking Doctor Who. That's something you know some things about, Charlie. And earlier I was talking about my con too. Talking about Necronomicon Tampa. I had a great time. I had such a great time. It was nice seeing people that I hadn't seen in 2 years. Guess what? Charlie's now a guest. Hello.
I love all the uh-ohs. Like, uh-oh. Teacher just came back into the classroom. Shh. Everybody get chaotic again. Don't let them look like we're paying attention.
Right, exactly. Yeah. We were just talking Doctor Who real quick because Christian Basil was here earlier that I was telling you before that runs The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Yeah.
I talked to you about him before. And he's been in the chat today and before. But anyway, we're talking about Neil Gaiman writing a couple of episodes back when Matt Smith was on, and
including one of my favorites, The Doctor's Wife. When the TARDIS comes to life as a glorious vagabond woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yeah.
Looks like I found what I'm going to be binging this weekend.
Yeah, trust us. As I was telling her earlier, if you want a good cry and you want a good laugh, watch one of these episodes, right?
I want a good laugh because I am sick of good crying. Or crying good, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, if you want a good cry, yeah.
I don't want to cry anymore.
Yeah, what was it? What was that one called? The Doctor's Wife?
I believe it was called The Doctor's Wife.
Yeah, that sounds right. Neil Gaiman wrote that, yeah. Oh, very good. Oh, and before I forget, Charlie, I want to show you something that I know you'll love. I'm going to, I need to stand up for this. This is something that I won in a raffle at Necronomicon Tampa. Here we go.
Tell us what it reminds you of.
What does this So yeah, this will be my reminder to myself, a really visual reminder to myself to save my work.
How does that go? The boiler effect?
I used it on the channel for the Boimler effect.
Yeah. That's what it makes me think of.
Put in buffer time whenever you need.
Ouch. So, I was dead tired. I remember what I was going to say. I was dead tired Sunday afternoon.
Sunday.
I was so tired, but it was a good tired, right?
Oh, that's what conventions are for. That super sleep that you get from Sunday to Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do much at all on Monday.
Did it feel nice to be away from home in a hotel? And
yes, it really did. I only stayed one night. I only stayed Saturday night. But I'm glad I did, and it was just me. My guys stayed home, and it basically they gave me some space, and I was able to just kind of chill, and I could do some writing if I wanted, or I brought a few things with me. I could make some art, whatever, Saturday evening before bed, and it was just nice and quiet.
that's always nice, isn't it?
So yes, it was great. And looking at it as a little mini writer's retreat, which basically it is. They have a lot of programming geared towards writers and other creators.
Was the con pretty busy, or was it kind of?
It was. I was thinking about this earlier. I would say it was definitely a fraction of what they usually have, but this is a small con anyway. So, but I would say it was about a third of what they ordinarily would have had.
A few hundred people, a few thousand people.
Oh, not in the thousands, no. This is a nonprofit con, so they don't have the budget for a lot of advertising. And this is why I love them. It's entirely fan run. It's entirely volunteer based. They nobody gets paid to run all the things. Mm-hmm. It's just promotion for themselves, basically, because, I do this, I do that. And so, it's entirely volunteer run and fan run. What is their tagline? By the fans for the fans, I guess.
Fan run conventions are the best conventions. I've been to.
They raise money for charity.
Mm-hmm. I've been to cons from the East Coast to the West Coast and scattered all in between. And the corporate cons, the ones that have names that you recognize, like your Comic Cons, your Wizard Worlds, and Fan Expos, they nickel and dime you on everything. Everything costs money. The panels often cost money to get into the panels on top of your entry fee to get in.
A panel?
I went to one con run by Creation, and every panel cost extra money to get in. Yeah, you paid your entry fee at the door, and then the panels cost money. It cost money to stand in line for autographs, and then you had to pay for the autograph.
Did they have like an all access pass you could buy?
No, they
didn't even offer like an all access pass.
I went to one Creation Con where they literally charged you, I think it was $15 to enter the dealer's room. And if you provided if you provided a receipt on the way out, they gave you your $15 back.
Reimbursement.
Like it was like weird mall parking.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of fan run conventions because they don't do stuff like that.
They also made a big deal about it being the 40th anniversary of the organization, the what's it called, the Stonehill Science Fiction Club. But next year will be the 40th con. They started having the con in 1982.
Wow. So it's been around for quite some time.
It has. And I think it's at least Tampa Bay's first con. I can't remember exactly if it's Florida's first, but it's definitely Tampa Bay's first.
The first sci-fi convention
I need to ask
was held in 1923 in New York City.
Oh, wow.
And
it was the 30s. Okay, it's the 20s?
Yeah, it was, and it went on to become WorldCon. The organization that started it went on to become WorldCon, but
wow.
They documented everything because we are fans. We are that kind of people. Yeah. And like people gave speeches, like there were basically like white people rap battles where people like argued, but they pre-wrote their speeches so their speeches could be entered into the record.
Oh,
So like we actually, well, we don't have like
Wow.
audio or video recordings. We actually have their like speeches as to like what they were arguing about, and it's all the same stuff. Like nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed.
Yep. That's really cool.
It was about money in media and creativity versus what Hollywood expects from the. It's just, nothing has changed in 100 years.
Because they fix things that aren't broken and they break things that don't need fixing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But they did announce a reboot of Babylon 5, and Joe Straczynski is doing it, and I am here for it. So
interesting. I'm trying to get rid of that. So yeah. Lots of interesting talk over the weekend. I did do a little bit of vlogging, and this is one thing I wanted to say was I did do a little bit of vlogging, a little bit, not very much, but a little bit, and I've been editing a vlog. So yeah, I will try and get that out this evening. So yeah, been working on that off and on.
Yeah, Dharma, I'm really excited about it because Joe not only created the original series, but he wrote 92 of the 100 episodes that were made for it. So like he's also written all of the novels. He's written most of the comics based on the setting. He did the 2 series that came off of it and all 6 of the movies. So like, I mean, he knows the setting inside and out. And his quote on it was, "A lot has changed since 92 when I started working on this series." And I just thought to myself, what would the show look like now? Right. And with all of the politics and other stuff that he brought in from history to inform the original show, I can only imagine what that will look like in 2022, 2023 when the show actually comes out with all, like, I'm very excited. Plus, he might actually have a budget this time, which would be really, really cool to see what he can do with a little money to make it look good.
Hey, Bonnie, want to see some really low budget stuff? Check out early Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I was just listening to a talk from George Lucas that came out today, and they were talking about how low budget Star Wars was.
Yes.
And that's why they filmed it in the desert. You know, only.
And why there's a lot of cloth-based costumes.
How lasers were made out of egg beaters.
I think I'm remembering that right.
Yeah, the lightsaber was made out of an old camera flash.
I believe it. I was just watching a talk on, talking about how inexpensive they were trying to do.
And they were just borrowing costumes, and that's why the cantina scene is like, why is that there?
Well, he said he had designers working on it the entire time he was writing it. So
he did. That's what he was really smart about, is he realized nobody was going to buy it if they couldn't see it. So he hired Ralph McQuarrie and several others to do concept art.
But hey, Dharma, same.
My
brother turned me onto it around 1982.
Tom Baker's my first Doctor.
I do. Tom Baker. Now, this is the guy with the silver voice. This is the one with the, oh my God, his voice.
Mm-hmm. And of all the characters from original Doctor Who that they've not brought back, where's Romana? Where is Romana? Where? I want to see a modern take on Romana. Please bring her back.
Oh my God. Because Romana is also a
Time Lord.
He's just Time Lord. Sorry, brain fart. Just like the Doctor is a Time Lord. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure how much you know about this.
She's one of the best characters in all of Doctor Who lore, and they keep bringing people back. Like, look, we brought this back from the original series, and this back, and I'm like, but where is Romana?
I think I've heard other people say this too.
I think I'm this weekend. I have another quiet weekend. Well, not super quiet, but my daughter will be around. But That's it. Maybe just veg out and watch some old Doctor Who movies.
Yeah. Just Google Matt Smith. We were talking about Matt Smith.
Yeah, I did that already for the 11th Doctor. So I think that'll be the first one I check out, and then I'll check out Doctor
Who. Help you, I promise. Yeah, I saw the original Star Wars movie with my brother twice.
I'm just
loving brothers really turned me on to a lot of things. I was saying that over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm just old enough that I don't remember life without Star Wars in it, but the Empire Strikes Back was the first one I ever saw in the theater because I was too young. I would have been 2, I think, when when the first movie came out.
The very first movie?
Yeah, because I was 78.
Wait, what now?
The first Star Wars movie was 78.
77.
Yeah, 77. That's right.
Re-released in 78. At least this is what my brother tells me because that's when I saw it. But that's the one I remember seeing was in 78.
Yeah, the first one that I saw in theaters was Empire, and.
But you're younger than me.
Yes, please.
I still have
Drax was funny.
Oh, the Ronnie, yes, and Omega, yes.
So we don't have a lot of movies, but we do have these. we do have this collection, and we kept an old VHS. Yep. We have like every system because there's nothing like these. So,
and a lot of those we
need to get.
We only
interviews
have
and stuff that aren't available other places. I mean, some have been surreptitiously put up on YouTube, but like, if Disney wants to make me like super happy, like put up a Star Wars channel on Disney Plus that's all of the documentaries and interviews that they've had on all of the DVDs and all of the VHS tapes throughout the ages. Because I remember
exclusive channel or something.
Yeah, I remember rebuying the VHSs several times because they had new interviews in there. And the one that they did that was Bill Moyers interviewing George Lucas was such a good one, and I have not found that anywhere else. I think I did find it like that somebody had uploaded it to YouTube, but like officially it's not anywhere. Very true.
And hey, Christian, I was lurking and doing other things when you were on. When was this? I don't know. It was a couple of days ago. So I was kind of half listening to when you guys were talking about Russell T Davies, right? Coming back? Am I getting that right?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So this great writer, Bonnie, that he writer and producer that was did a great job basically.
Yeah, I have really mixed feelings about it. Like I loved his run as showrunner, but I kind of went to see what other people do with the property. Like I feel like I know what his Doctor Who looks like, and you know what I'm saying. I kind of feel like I know what to expect from his Doctor Who when he comes back, and I don't know. I just the BBC has made a lot of questionable decisions lately, which is why they're going back to somebody like Russell T Davies, who's a much more known property for them. But I don't know. I would like to see somebody like completely outside the box. I don't know who. I don't have names, but
it's so interesting to think about too, like where TV is going to even end up with the evolution of internet and social medias, and it's interesting because cable is almost already gone, right?
Right.
Now everything's apps or Netflix.
I saw something somewhere about talking about how all these streaming services, it's just like how cable was, right?
I'm still on the. I still think by 2025 there's going to be a lot less stream services out there. I think we're still on schedule for that because
there's a lot of them now.
I mean, HBO isn't worth the money anymore. Like they, we literally sat there going through HBO Max last night, going, "Can you believe we haven't watched anything on this in like a month?" And they have to be able to justify their existence, and so many of them are not. Which is why smart apps like Peacock are at least they're free with ads.
Oh.
And if you can pay to have no ads, but it's free, anybody can watch it, but with ads. That we're going to probably see more models like that coming out.
Hmm.
I'm wondering about more of the crypto platforms like Trovo or more crypto like Odyssey, those streaming platforms, if they're going to die out. They're right alongside Twitch and YouTube and things like that. I'm wondering how many social platforms are going to be popping up like YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Odyssey, all those different things. So I'm watching that stuff right now.
Well, with Mixer not being able to make it, I really feel like we're, as far as like the purely online competitors, I think we're probably going to be stuck with YouTube and Twitch for the foreseeable future, unless somebody can come in and really disrupt the market. I mean, Mixer had the power of Microsoft behind it. I mean, they had all the money in the world to make it happen if it could happen.
Well, they're out there. They're just not being used widely. So.
And Vimeo has completely changed its model, and they're just basically a boutique host now, much more for private content.
Gotcha.
I know OnlyFans really wants to be the next YouTube and bring family-friendly content in, but I think that ship has sailed, sweetie. I think that ship has sailed.
Right, because how many people will switch over there just because of stigma around the name OnlyFans?
Right. Now, if
multiple kinds of content on there, I mean, it's still a stigma around it.
I mean, the one company that really probably could come in here and change everything is MindGeek, because they secretly control a lot more of the internet than people know that they do, because their name's not on most of their products. If they wanted to make a YouTube competitor, they might be able to pull it off, but I don't see them wanting to get into that space right now.
Yeah, I still think YouTube is going to be number one for a long time. So.
Yeah, probably.
Well, especially because Twitch has basically become an incubator for YouTube talent. That's basically where we are right now. Is TikTok and Twitch are where people go to build an audience, and once they have an audience, they are migrating it over to YouTube to make money off of it.
Gotcha. Draw them in and then sell them on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sounds cool.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I would like to see more competition, because I don't think either YouTube or Twitch do a particularly good job at any of the things that are their job. But and I mean, Mixer failed for a lot of reasons, but with when you have a large corporate backer like Microsoft and you can't make it work, I mean,
right?
Yeah, it shows how, tight the market is right now.
I like that, Christian. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember when, early 80s watching cable and thought, this is great.
Yeah, my experience is with
there's no interruptions when you want to watch a movie on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say I did not have cable when I was a kid. So just got like the basic TV cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons. But there was a lot on TV then when I was a kid. Or it seemed like it.
Yeah.
We could not afford cable.
Remember when it was just the three big networks and PBS?
I remember when we got PBS for the first time, and we're like, "What is this magical thing?"
And Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street.
Because we lived far enough out that we didn't have PBS until they literally put repeaters in northern Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
And for the first time, we started getting Arkansas Public Television, because our state doesn't actually have its own PBS network. So
I don't even think I watched cable till like the 90s.
Oh, well.
Like
I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm of the first generation. I'm the MTV generation.
I remember MTV and VH1.
I remember wanting to be home that day for the first day.
I was in high school at that point. So.
I remember calling in to dial MTV.
2, 3.
To like in the early days.
3, 2.
I'll tell you what, I remember being so. I still think that's why I like the internet and vlogs, is because I remember being introduced to like reality TV from like Real World and then Road Rule.
Yep.
Like I remember that stuff, like, you know, when that first came out. I remember being so hooked to it. Now I love vlogs, so I think that was the start of my downfall.
Oh, Pedro. Pedro was the start of my downfall. I didn't really care about the Real World until his season. Was that season 3, I think? 3 or 4?
I don't know why all of a sudden I'm thinking of Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it came from. The movie just started like playing across my mind. I don't know where these things come from.
Yes, I do, Christian. MTV.
Pop the video.
I want my.
Everybody wanted to be a VJ. Everybody wanted to be a VJ.
Mm-hmm. And when there were 2 Julie Browns, because they messed up on the Chiron and the other one just ran with it.
Yeah.
There's
Christian,
cool stuff going
Downtown Julie Brown, Christian, and oh gosh, I don't remember it.
I couldn't even tell you what's on MTV.
Martha Stewart and Adam Curry.
Oh yeah.
I got my start in podcasting working for Adam Curry.
That's awesome.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Because he was one of the pioneers of podcasting.
Weird. I was just thinking about some of the weird music videos that there were early on, because they didn't know what to do half the time for, if the song didn't tell a story, you couldn't use that. So you just had to, I don't know, just play with it. And these are some of the crazy videos.
Classic music videos are some of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, I mean, they were weird.
I remember watching VH1 until my aunt and uncle figured out that there was music videos on it, because at night it would be like evangelical broadcasts on VH1. And like after school it would be like videos and they wouldn't be home, and then they finally figured out that there was like music videos on there and not just the evangelical stuff, and they blocked it.
Oh,
like I remember living with them and having cable and flipping through the channel, like almost everything had like parental lock on it. They were very strict and religious, so
I understand that. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're referencing here, Christian.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh, duh. Oh yeah, yes, she was hyper or something, right? I think she was.
Extremely.
Okay.
I have to say, I think the children's broadcasting shows were a lot better back then than they are now, though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
education.
Sesame Street was hilarious.
Reading Rainbow.
People laughing at it, and I'm like, why? What is funny? I'm gonna figure this out.
I feel like they had more education-based TV shows for kids back then.
Yeah,
I could just be missing it now. So,
yeah, I mean, Some of the kids shows are very loosely education based, very loosely, like SpongeBob. They'll just fit something in here and there, but mostly it's just nonsense.
And for goodness sakes, every episode of He-Man ended with a moral of the story.
I like that though.
Yeah,
I love 80s cartoons. I love 80s cartoons.
Yeah.
Same. Some of them are hard to watch now, but
some are like, huh?
Oh, because I remember trying to rewatch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe because I remembered how much I liked it as a kid, and I'm just like, this is the weirdest, slowest animation. Like, there are people in their free time on YouTube making better animation than this. How in the world did a studio do this? But
yeah,
it still has a place in my heart.
Appreciate it for the time it was created in.
Oh, my child imagination put a lot of things in that TV show that were not on that screen. My memory of the show is very different.
We have a set of the first couple of seasons of Scooby-Doo, and including the pilot, or what ended up being the pilot, and it's like so rough, and they didn't have time to erase things, and it's so rough, and but it's like, oh my God, all this is hand drawn. At the same time, you're like, I can appreciate this. I saw this a million times when I was a kid, but still, when you watch it, and you're like, wow, they really had low budget back then. It's kind of interesting to watch, and my kid loves it. So Scooby-Doo is predictable. You know exactly what's going to happen.
But it meets your expectations, though.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
But with its predictability, there's still always the question of exactly when are Daphne and Velma going to just dump Fred and realize that they're perfect for each other. I mean, that tension is there through the entire series.
And a lot of the time, you can actually guess who's the bad guy.
I mean, say again, Bonnie.
I said, and a lot of the time, I personally never guess who's the right bad guy.
Oh, yeah. There's always some red herring. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not quick as some, but I'm always like, really? It was that person? It's not what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. They throw you sometimes. I think at 20, probably at 20 after, we'll start doing outros and stuff. Approximately 20 after.
Thank you again for inviting me.
Oh, no problem. Please, thank you for coming, and you have a standing invitation, of course, as well as the excellent Charlie Dorset. It's always so much fun talking to you guys.
It is always a blast. I wish I was better at arriving on time.
That's okay.
AMs are difficult.
As usual. Fashionably late as usual.
It's my thing. It's the one thing I'm known for.
Oh, I can't stand being late.
I can be late for things. I try not to be, but
I'm late too because
feels like if you're not early, then you're late.
That's how I feel. But my husband will drive me crazy to hurry up and get ready. And I'm always standing there for at least 15 or 20 minutes waiting for him to be ready at the end.
Because then he's like, wait a minute. I need this. I need that. Yeah. I can relate to this.
Rush me along to wait.
Wait a minute.
Hurry up and wait.
Something. Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody want to do an outro?
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Charlie. I stream twice a week over on Twitch at twitch.tv/CE Dorset. And tomorrow, I am taking part in the Preptober launch relay over there, which is going to be a lot of fun. It starts at 12 Eastern on Zara Hoffman's channel and will run throughout the day and end on mine. And my stream starts at 8 p.m., which is later than usual because Amy is going to be streaming at my time. So that's Shiny Night over there. And it's going to be a bunch of people. It's going to be all day. Since it's on Twitch, all you have to do is turn it on, and we're going to be rating from one to the next to the next to the next.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about that. So definitely check that out if you need to get a good start on your Preptober work.
And my name's Bonnie. My channel is Bonnie Being Bonnie, and I stream writing sprints Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. at a prompt coffee brunch writing bunch.
That's okay. That's fun to attend, Bonnie. My name is Heather Dewey Pettit, and I'm currently streaming on Thursdays at noon Eastern here on YouTube. I was saying earlier that I may be going back to doing Tuesdays as well. I'm going to try and figure that out because things need to be accomplished. I was saying earlier, Charlie, that I would love to have a completed manuscript by the end of the year. We shall see how it goes. I've got approximately 20 chapters so far.
Nice.
So just looking at everything today and finishing up with getting my submission ready to send to critique partners that will have at least 16 chapters. I've decided. So I might slip in one more before I submit. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm in panic pre-promo mode because I've got a new book series launching next week, maybe, if I can get everything done in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And let's see. So things coming. I will see about getting my vlog from Necronomicon Tampa up probably tonight. And and I've got some things coming. All right, well, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys later. I'll see you later, Bonnie, tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.